Hi, and welcome to Paper Route Scrapbooking. I'm Nadine, and today I'm participating in 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, Series 16. All right, welcome. Welcome to my channel. My name is Nadine, and I hope that everybody who is watching is a big fan of sketches because that's what this series is all about. And this time around, Christy did something extra special and thought about all of those people who are tried and true double-page scrapbookers, and she had all of her sketch designers designed sketches that are double page sketches. So that's kind of exciting. I know that I have some friends who really prefer the 12 by 24 layout size. So I think it's going to be fun. For me, if you haven't watched my other videos, go back and check it out. I talked about how I am using this series to help me get some albums finished and to use up some of the photos that I printed before I had a photo printer. So I am actually going to leave that little reflection right there, right where it is, because this guy's a little bit creepy. And then I also did cover up one of my photos because it was a bit gory and I didn't want to upset anyone. These pictures, and I have a few for this series because we spent a lot of time in this place. If you ever take teenage boys on a trip and they like horror type films, definitely go check out some peculiariums. So this is a peculiarium we found in Portland, and it was extra, to say the least. So anyhow, I decided I was going to use Halloween themed papers to scrapbook these pages because I feel like that spooky theme kind of went along with the Halloween theme. And so I thought that was the best place for me to find inspiration. So today I am working with this beautiful sketch by Sean Styles Lar. And you can find Sean on Instagram. I will have Sean linked below in the description box, along with the Christy's Beautiful Life collaborative playlist, where all of the content creators who are playing along with Christy's Beautiful Life Series 16, 30 Days of Sketches, can add their videos. So I hope you'll check that out. And if you're looking for the actual sketches and other people that do not create videos, but they like to post on Facebook, they are adding their photos in those albums. So you click on the album, you find the sketch you're looking for, and in the comments are other people's layouts. So that's a really fun way to get extra inspiration, see how different people use the different sketches. So for example, a sketch is just a jumping off point, right? So for example, in this sketch, which by the way, I love this sketch. I thought it was super fun to work with. There's a 10 by 8 photo. Well, I didn't have any 10 by 8 photos. I was specifically on a mission to work with the 4 by 6 photos that I had printed before I got my photo printer. So I took this space and was like, okay, that's where I'm going to put my photos. And I picked 3 photos and I got them on there. I cut them down to 3.5 by 5. I think I cut some of these are 3.5 by 5 as well. I can't remember exactly what I cut them down to. And then I cut these ones into 3 by 4 photos. So super interesting. And then I loved this idea of taking all the different patterns from the collection and just like lining them up in little tiny squares and getting all of those patterns on there. I love how it looks. It gives like a quilting kind of vibe. And this piece down here, it looked like it had a little bit of a not so straight line. So I did some tearing, which I don't do that enough. I really like the look of it. Across the top, it looked like a stripe strip. So I took a striped paper and sliced a couple of strips off of it and put that across the top. And then it looked like there was like a little bit of paper fanning out on either side of the photos. So I did that. If you didn't watch my other videos, I am using the sketches as a jumping off point. I've already added paper and photos and some titles to each layout. and then we're just going to work from there. Otherwise my videos get too long. Okay, so here we go. I already have photos. I already have the background finished. I have a title on this one. Freaky But True was the name of the peculiarium we went to. And then I put a little subtitle down here. So I want to add some journaling and a date. So I pre-printed my journaling onto a label sticker. Oh, I should probably tell you too, I'm using this old scrapbook kit called Witch Hazel from October Afternoon. I don't see a date. It's old. Probably like 2011, 2012, I would guess. Anyway, 2012, yep. Oops, did I just knock the camera? Sorry, guys. And I forgot how cool the collection kits were back then. So look at this. You get all the papers. What does it say? 12 sheets of double-sided paper plus 1 sheet each of shape stickers, word stickers, shape stickers, word stickers, alpha stickers, and label stickers. What? That's so cool, right? I wish collection kits were this elaborate today. So anyway, I love this kit, and Halloween only comes around once a year and I don't use enough of it, but I love buying the supplies. So how's that for confession? Most of the layouts I inked in black soot distress ink, so I'm just going to pull that in also. And I'm just going to ink around the edges. So I did pre-print my journaling onto one of the label stickers that came with that collection. And they're not super sticky anymore because they're over 10 years old, right? So I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive. And then I think I'm going to put that down here somewhere. So that's one thing I wanted to do. Then I wanted to stamp my date, and I did preset my date stamp. I think I'm going to use, I don't know, will it fit on here? It's kind of small. Let me just measure. Yeah, I guess it will. Okay, so I'm going to use this from the word stickers, and it's a little tab sticker, and it looks like I've already used the other half of this one. And I somehow have 2 sheets of this, so I think that maybe I didn't buy this collection brand new, but probably at like a thrift store or garage sale or something. Yeah, okay, so where do I want this to be? Should I do it like something like this maybe? And then I will stamp my date. This was 2017, March. There we go. So I have a date and journaling. And if I wanted to stop right there, my layout would be done. But of course, I want to add some embellishing. Now, the problem with using Halloween products with a layout that is not about Halloween is that I had to go through and pull out the things that were very Halloween themed and then separate them from the things that were spooky themed. So I'll show you how I did that. But before we go there, I think I'm going to add a little bit of stamped stitching because do you see how in Sean's sketch there's these little like zigzag lines? So I'm going to add something to those spots, and I'm not convinced that that's where my journaling is going to go. It might go down here. We shall see. I don't know yet. So let's see. Okay, so I want to do a little bit of stamped stitching, and before I stamp I want to add a little bit of washi in each spot. So it looks like there's some stamped some stitching lines or zigzag lines, I don't know, maybe like here. So there's that, and then there it looks like there's some here. So I'm going to take some of this washi. This washi is going to need some extra adhesive because this is something I got in a swap over on Ginger's Corner, and it's just not as tacky as I want it to be. And then it looks like there's some here and here, but I think what I really want, I think I'm going to scooch this over. to here. And then my stamped date here. Okay, because I kind of want it to be like a triangle. Does that make sense? And then where's the rest of that? And then this one, I kind of want it to span across both sides, but I still think this is a little bit more than I want. So I'm probably gonna like tear it right there. Okay, so maybe this will go here. And then that means I want to cut right in the middle there. There we go. Okay, so I am just going to grab my liquid glue and run it along there. So the way that they do the washi swap is that they add washi to a playing card, which is kind of cool because then you get like these little bits of washi that you wouldn't normally have in your scrapbook stash. And then you get it on a playing card. Do I have it? Should I pull the whole thing or did I just pull that off of there? So like this. So a playing card and then you wrap some washi around it and then you send it to your partner. So anyways, this is where this is from. So I'm not really sure the actual original origin of it. I just know that that's how I got it, and that's probably why it's not as tacky as maybe I want it to be. So I want it to line up though. Like it doesn't have to be perfect because I do use D-ring albums, but in the photos that I take for the end of the video and stuff, I like it to look like it lines up. So there we go. And then something like that. Okay, so oops, those spots where I have the washi is kind of where I'm gonna also want my stitching stamp. So this is an old stamp set from close to my heart. It's called Simple Stitches if you want to go on Etsy and look for it. Kind of sad, hey, that Stampin', or not Stampin' Up, Close to My Heart is no longer a thing. That makes me sad. I love Close to My Heart. I love their products. I love their I love the way that they make it about family. That's good. Good company. Sad to see them go. Okay, so I am going to, again, tuck that in there. And then add the stamping so that I have that little stitched line. This is not as straight as I want it to be. That's the thing about these like narrower stamps. I always find that they don't stay straight. And then this side, I don't want as much, so I'm just going to partially ink it up, and then maybe I'll put, I'll just use the sketch itself, and do something like that. There we go. And then I'll do the same on the other side, where I just do some of it, not the whole long stamp. There we go. So there I have my zigzag stamp and washi in 3 different spots, which is perfect. And I did not, again, grab my Lawn Fawn stamp chamois that I love. So I'll just have to clean that afterwards, which is fine. Yeah. That's cool. Okay, so just going to cover that up so I don't get ink. I just am using this Vivid Premium Dye ink pad. It's been here forever. I don't know where it's from, and I've never been able to find it again, so it's just still juicy, so I keep using it. That's the deal. Okay, now I have this. Okay, so let's make some little embellishment clusters. So I have this little tray that I went through some of my Halloween supplies. I have like a iris container with a little organizer on the top, and I just went through it and took out everything that was like specifically saying Halloween, October 31st, candy, too cute to spook, those kinds of things. And I put like ghosts, spiders, bats, that sort of thing in here to help me embellish on this layout as well as the other layouts that I have on this topic that I used Halloween product for, because the colors will coordinate, but also I'm not gonna, I don't want to put like a piece of candy corn on a layout about a peculiarium in March. You know what I'm saying? So like things like this, that's this like fortune teller. I know that there's another layout where I'll be able to use that. And then the things that I kept out were like things like this, right? That kind of can go with just being spooky or haunted or whatever. Okay, so let's see. I got the washi down. I did pull these guys out. I thought that they kind of went with the peculiarium, and I've had a really hard time using them because they're so bulky. But you know what I think I'm just going to do is take off, because they have like a foam tape on the back, and I think that'll reduce some of the bulk in there and just let me adhere it to my page with, but I don't know how well this is going to come off. So, okay, yes, I totally do like it better without the foam adhesive on the back. And they are kind of bulky, but I think they're really fitting with my photos. So I like it. I'm leaving it. The other thing I pulled was this little tray of wood veneer. And for this one, I'm not sure if I'm going to use any wood veneer, but I do think like these little bats might be fun. Or, I don't know, maybe a spider. Maybe I'll just do one wood veneer. There we go. Okay, and then I also, like I said, have this whole tray. So let me look. I have this glittery spider too, which might be kind of fun since those guys are full of bling. I have these ghosts. I don't think that's going to be for this layout. I have some word strips. That is not the right one. I don't know why those are in there. And then I have some chipboard pieces that I thought might be relevant. But let me see. Maybe this will be fun with this spider. Okay. There we go. It's kind of cool. Or just down here a little bit more. That might be fun. I also have some like star pieces. I think that's too much orange. I think there's no purple in this collection, so we're not going to use any of the purple stuff. Spooky card. I don't need it on this one. Eyeballs, no. Nope. These ones all point up, so that's not helpful. And some more eyeballs. That's 3D. This one is a little spider with a web, but I already got a spider there and a spider there, so we're going to skip him. Oh, so creepy. That could definitely go somewhere. Because yes, this place was oh so creepy. Well, let me tell you. No joke, man, no joke. Okay, we have this, and we have, I don't know why this one's in here. It says, I want candy. That's not quite right for us. That one's too big. Okay, so I went through there. I do like this little star here that has the music notes. So that's gonna maybe go somewhere. And then, don't need those. Okay, I think this is gonna be about the size of it. I don't know about all the spiders. I think maybe, I don't want to do too many. But you know what might be cute is to have one in each of these squares, because I don't love how that, what do you call it, paper is kind of like hard on the eyes. So I'm going to throw those in there. And then I'll skip this tiny spider. And then do this. I don't know if I want this? I might. Okay. Okay, friends, so I paused the camera and I added a bunch of adhesive so that I could tack some of this stuff down. I thought that was a bit boring, so I spared you the watching of it, but basically just the little clusters that we made together. So I also inked my spider, my wood veneer spider, and then I added some inked wood veneer stars as well. And everything else is just glued down from what we had put together already. It did also turn this chipboard frame because it was kind of hanging off the edge, and I knew when I slid it into the page protector that would cause me an issue. So I just turned it and added some brads to it, which covered up the sew on So Scary, but I still think Scary is adequate. So I left it like that. And then I went looking for some like enamel dots or something. And then I realized these guys have those little like rhinestone gems in their eyes. So I grabbed some little rhinestones, and that's what I'm going to finish my layout off with. So I hope you guys are enjoying 30 Days of Sketches. It's super fun to watch all of the content creators. I had the playlist on earlier when I was doing some kitchen stuff, and there is so much good inspiration out there. So I hope you guys are going to that playlist and checking things out. If you are here visiting from the playlist, welcome. I'm so excited that you're here, and I hope that you'll stick around or come back at least a couple more times. And I would love to have you as a subscriber if that's your jam. I really appreciate you just being here and watching and seeing all the things. And make sure to thank Christy for putting on this series. I know that putting on and hosting things like this can be a bit of work, and it's so hard to find the time to do those things. So I really, really appreciate that she's doing this, and every time she does it, because I love working with sketches and I just find this series so inspirational. So make sure to take the time to thank her if you're enjoying her sketches too. And thank you to Sean for creating this particular sketch. I really had fun with this one. I did most of the backgrounds of my layouts at a retreat, and when I pulled this one out, I was not feeling super inspired at that point because I was just getting back into the swing of things. It was, you know, early still, and I pulled this one out and I'm like, I really am enjoying this one. So it kind of brightened my day. So I appreciate it. Thank you, Sean. Okay. So there I just put 3 little rhinestones in each of those little embellishment clusters, and I think it's pretty cool. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video today. I think that's everything for today. Don't forget to go over to the Facebook group and check out all 16 albums of those 30 sketches. I think in the beginning it was just sketches that inspired Christy, and now she has actual content creators who want to make sketches exclusively for this series. So I think that's really exciting. And if you haven't already, go check out the collaborative playlist on Christy's channel, where all of the people who are participating and are also creating content are adding to that playlist. And I think that's it. So thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. Have a great day, everyone. Bye for now.